study of cosmic X-ray sources. These included the idiosyncrasies of sodium iodide scintillation counters and associated electronics, as well as the application of Murphy's law. If something can go wrong, it will. The balloon work provided travel opportunities to launch sites at rare and exotic places. Richard had the unique opportunity to leave the hinterland of New York and San Diego to enjoy the culture and haute cuisine of Palestine and East Texas. I am sure Richard remembers these balloon expeditions as unforgettable high points of his early career.
Unforgettable.
Once he became comfortable with the observational techniques and data analysis, the research style of Richard became apparent. We were awash with data from spacecraft such as the orbiting solar observatory, OSA. Richard had the almost uncanny ability to uncover an untouched result buried in the data. He then did the analysis, usually independently, and applied an ever-broadening knowledge of astrophysical processes to the interpretation. His remarkable memory of the observational status of a source of interest helped considerably in this work. Richard carries his source catalogue in his head. He has 3 first-authored papers before his degree, and his thesis on extragalactic hard X-ray sources was a model of data collection, analysis, and interpretation. The work was but a prelude to his career in energetic extragalactic astronomy being honoured here. A couple of personal comments. In 1973, when I took a year sabbatical, Richard with some friends rented my house in La Jolla. Yes. As someone put it, the cleaning deposit was his PhD.
We turned to clean it?
Yes, the place was in pristine condition upon my return. Even the neighbours commented they were forewarned of upcoming parties. More seriously, I was very pleased when Richard was given the Goddard John Lindsay Award and lecture in 1985. I knew John from the early days of the space program, and he'd been somewhat of a mentor to me as a very green PI on the first OSA. I thought this award was a great fit. It has been a pleasure to have guided Richard through his doctorate and have had the satisfaction of seeing him become one of the leaders of his field. Richard, I wish you well in the years ahead. Last. Since I'm actually standing up here, I'll make a couple of comments on my own. Some of you, the younger people here, might actually wonder what we did in astronomy before ADS existed. The answer was Richard. In his office, he had a big set of the AppJ. They used to actually print it on real paper. And if you were interested in some subject, you would wander into his office and say, Richard, I'm trying to find a paper on this. And he would get up in his chair, he would go to the data stack, he would pull out an AppJ, he would open it up on the right page and say, read this. I believe that he once told me he ascribes his memory to as a child being his father's delivery boy from his pharmacy, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. And having to memorize the orders and the addresses of all the customers. So, those of you who have children who think you would like them to grow up with a good memory. And then a final comment I'd like to make is that having been working at Goddard for about 20 years with Richard, I got into this habit of, at some point in the day I would just get stuck or bored or, I wanted to change. And I always knew I could just get up, wander down the corridor, stick my head into Richard's office and say, what's new? And inevitably find out something. I get to discover a subject on which Richard does not have an opinion. So Richard, thank you for that, and as well as the many interesting scientific things we've done together.
Thank you so much.